Donald Trump is a master of provocation. He throws rhetorical grenades, sparking outrage and fury. Liberals erupt, the media goes into overdrive. But something interesting happens amidst the chaos. Trump, whether by design or instinct, isn't just seeking attention. He's skillfully using a tactic we might call incendiary common sense. Trump understands the power of a visceral reaction. He knows a shocking statement can cut through the noise. Consider his claim about Haitian migrants eating cats and dogs. The initial response? Predictable outrage. Animal lovers were appalled. Liberals accused Trump of racism. Headlines practically wrote themselves. But beneath the surface, a different conversation began. People started asking, why are so many migrants being placed in this small town? Suddenly, the debate wasn't just about Trump's language. It was about immigration policy, resource allocation, and the impact on communities. This is the essence of Trump's incendiary common sense. He ignites outrage, yes, but he also forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. He short-circuits the carefully constructed narratives of the political elite. He pushes us past the talking points and into the messy reality of complex issues. Trump's strategy unfolds in three predictable stages. First comes the outrage, a wave of anger and condemnation from his opponents. This is amplified by a media ecosystem that thrives on conflict and controversy. The more outrageous the statement, the louder the outcry, the bigger the headlines. The second stage is media coverage. News outlets dissect Trump's words, providing context, analysis, and often amplification. Pundits and experts weigh in, offering their interpretations and fueling the firestorm. Social media becomes a battleground of hashtags and hot takes. But then comes the shift. As the initial shock subsides, public discourse begins to evolve. People start to engage with the underlying issues that Trump has, however clumsily, dragged into the light. The conversation moves beyond the initial outrage and into the realm of common sense. This is where Trump's strategy often proves effective. He understands that while outrage is fleeting, common sense has staying power. By framing issues in a way that sparks outrage but ultimately leads to discussions about common concerns, Trump manages to shift the terms of the debate to his advantage. The Haitian migrant controversy is just one example of Trump's incendiary common sense in action. Remember his embrace of Dogecoin and his praise for Elon Musk? Liberals scoffed. Economists cried foul. The media had a field day. But soon a different question emerged. Why is the government involved in cryptocurrency? Then there was the Governor of Canada incident. Trump, in his typically blunt style, referred to Justin Trudeau as merely the governor of a Canadian province. The diplomatic fallout was swift. Canadian officials expressed outrage. But amidst the manufactured controversy, a legitimate issue surfaced: the US-Canada trade imbalance. These examples highlight Trump's uncanny ability to control the national conversation. He understands that controversy sells. He knows how to weaponize the media's obsession with his every utterance. And he uses this to his advantage, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about immigration, government spending, and international relations. Trump's use of incendiary common sense is not entirely new. It has roots in the very foundations of Western thought. Aristotle, in his treatise on rhetoric, recognized the power of appealing to the common beliefs and values of an audience. Centuries later, Thomas Paine, in his incendiary pamphlet Common Sense, used plain language and provocative arguments to galvanize support for the American Revolution. Like these figures from history, Trump understands that common sense has a persuasive power that transcends ideology and expertise. It is the language of the people, the shared understanding that binds us together. By tapping into this wellspring of common sense, Trump is able to connect with voters on a visceral level, bypassing the gatekeepers of traditional media and political correctness. Whether you agree with his methods or his message, there's no denying that Trump is a master of manipulating public discourse. He understands the power of outrage, the influence of the media, and the enduring appeal of common sense. And in an age of information overload and political polarization, these are potent weapons indeed.